Chinatown already had a century of history in Los Angeles. By the 1880s and 1890s, we had a fairly substantial neighborhood specifically designated on maps as Chinatown.
There's been more than one Chinatown. At the turn of the century, there was one where Union Station is now. They relocated to the newer Chinatown, which was kind of a tourist place, and it was a real scene.
The new Chinatown opened in 1938 with ornamentation that reflected a Chinese theme. The old-timers started calling it Central Plaza, and the major restaurants that surrounded the Central Plaza really achieved success.
In the 50s and 60s, Chinatown was really popular and happening. It was a place to go.
No matter if it was in the day or in the evening, it was bustling. People everywhere.
The majority of the business was mostly non-Asian, non-Chinese. It was really a place where the tourists like to come.
When I was a kid, we would go to Chinatown and it was full of people. This is in the early to mid-60s. There were a lot of clubs, there were a lot of restaurants. There was always people there. By the 70s, there was nothing, and there was nothing at night. The whole night restaurant scene had just collapsed. There was nothing going on.
This was an opportunity for Madame Wong's to bring in some paying customers.
I worked on them for at least 6 months. So then she said, okay, we'll give it a try. I said, what's your worst night? And she said, Tuesday. I said, give me Tuesdays. They didn't have any idea of what I was going to do there. I didn't have any idea what I was going to do there, but I had pretty high hopes for it. I did posters, and my friends and I put out flyers. It was Gary Valentine in the know. He was in Blondie before they got famous.
Earlier that week, I went on Rodney Bingenheimer's radio show on KROQ. And I said, if you want some kind of scene in LA, come to Madame Wong's. And they did.
They put on a great show, and I was hoping we'd get like 150 people. We got, I think, like 350 the first night.
It was incredible, and it was packed beyond capacity. So it was kind of like, bang, that one evening inaugurated or launched punk, whatever you want to call it, scene. October 3rd, 1978.